Okay, in this video I'm gonna be back testing. I'll open TradingView. Okay, now I'm on USD card. I'll try to backtest. If I get back to this backtest is going to be on lower time frame. This actually we are in a demand zone. I think it was a daily demand zone or a 2 days. Yeah, it was a 2 days demand zone. So I'll try to backtest how I can take the sell from the actual price right now. Okay, so I'll get back to my lower time frame. I think it was the 1 minute I was trying to do this. This is actually the 1 minute. As we are approaching the POI, we had this. Get back to the 1 minute. Okay, we had this impulse to the upside. The impulse started from this demand zone. Okay, this is the impulse to the upside. Uh, Now if I really want to take this sell, then I will need a confirmation. Okay, I need the such confirmation. I need a break structure to the downside. It'll pull back to some kind of supply zone before dropping down lower. Okay, this is what I will need. I need this supply zone to break. So I'll try to replay the price and let's see how what price did. Price did created a new high. As price created a new high, then for sure price pull back to another OB instead of pulling back to the OB that is I took. Okay, price pull back to this one. I'll delete the one that is down here. Okay, as I'm deleting this, then I can see we can clearly see that we're still bullish. The reason why we're still bullish is we are creating highs, retracing, creating new high, retracing, creating new high again and again. Okay, like this for me we still bullish. So what I will have to look for is this actually another demand zone. We've created another demand zone before creating a new high. So I would need to see price do this for me, break this demand zone. Okay, we pull back to an OB and go down lower. So I'll try to replay the price again to see what happened, and we still create a new high. The reason is seems like we pull back to this OB. We didn't actually touch this OB yet, so I'll try to replay the price again. Let's see what happened. I'm just patient. As we keep creating new highs, even if you don't pull back to these OBs, then I can just look for others demand zone. You can clearly see that market is creating more and more demand zones that are not yet mitigated. So I'm waiting for the price to pull back to those and break them before I look to sell the market. Let's see. Okay, from this, if I bring this one over, we can clearly see that we failed this demand. This demand actually created a new high. The reason I'm saying it created a new high is that this is actually the high. This is a previous high. Okay, we can see that market by market pulling back to this one, pull back to, we do have this before. I will have to bring price. Okay, we had this before. Market pull back and went higher, and now we created a new demand zone, but market failed to respect this demand zone, which is my failed POI. Okay, as we failed demand, then now I think supply is getting is is on control actually. So I look for where I can sell from. I don't know if I see anything on the 1 minute. If I don't see anything on the 1 minute, it doesn't always mean that I'll take my trade based on a 1 minute time frame. I can easily go to the 2 minutes, uh or I can even go to the 3 minute if I want to. 3 minute, I think this doji looks fine. Actually I have two cases. I have this. Okay, I have this demand zone which is not yet mitigated. Actually I can take the sell from this area, or if I can take the sell from another area, might be this. Okay, might be this also, my blue POI. Okay, now if I want to take the sell from this, I have two zones, but which one do I know that the price is going to hold or mitigate? I can actually have two entries. If I'm entering with 0.5, I can try to enter with 0.25, 0.25, two position. One might hit stop loss and one might not be triggered. So I can have something like this. Okay. And what I used to do is when I see a lot of wicks like this, I prefer putting my stop loss above the wick, the highest wick uh that's there, and the other entry might be this. Okay. This is actually the other entry, and my stop loss is going to be somewhere here. I might have two entries like this, and let's see what price did. Pull back, we pull back to the doji. Let's see, and now we drop down. We actually playing only from the doji. as we just pull back to the doji and we sold off, then I can try to delete the OB that is up here. Okay, I delete this, and I can see that we also created some kind of chore here. We have a demand zone, this small demand. So we have our change of character. So when we have our change of character, then I can still try to short from this area again. This is a re-entry actually, or a confirmation entry. Okay, let's see. Price didn't tap into the confirmation entry but dropped down, but doesn't matter, we still have one entry that's here. This entry, if I entered like this, you can actually try to target the swing low directly, have your TP down here somewhere, you can swing everything. But for this purpose, I'm not going to swing this trade. I'm just going to, like how I could take this trade and where my TP will be, all those stuffs. Now, the TP, as I'm scalping in this one, my TP is going to be this swing lows. Okay, this actually not a swing low, but it's a demand zone. We do have a demand zone here, and we do have a demand zone here as well. But let's see, for this one I'm just going to take full profit from the first demand zone, which is this. But if you want to take full profit from a demand zone, then you don't have to, like have your TP below the demand. It has to be like right from the entry of the demand. If the demand start from this area, okay, now your TP is going to be this, because if price has to react to the demand zone, then price will not go lower like to where it is now. It's just supposed to weak the demand zone and mitigate and go to the other direction. So I don't wanna have my TP to be down here, okay. But because price might not go to this direction or to go to this area or this price, so I'm just going to have my TP from this the demand, okay, just above the demand. Now, but from this I still have this one which is not mitigated, so price might still come back to this. I just keep eyes on and see what will happen, because now we fail this demand. We can clearly see that we weak out. Okay, as we have a weak out, this is actually a failed demand. We do have another failed demand, so for me we still bearish. Okay, so maybe I will have another re-entry from this area, another re-entry. Okay, this is another re-entry I can have, and my okay, my stop loss is going to be this, and my TP is going to be the next demand zone, which is this. I'm going to have this one actually was a 123, not, yeah, sure, it was a 123, because the stop loss was a bit big, but it's supposed to be a 1 2, might be a 124, but let it be a 123, and the next one is a 127, and let's see what happened. Let's wait, and boom, we failed this one also. As we fail this one also, we can clearly see that we still bearish. Okay, we are bearish because we are failing demand and supply still in control. This one is a failed POI. As we are having failed POI again and again, then we can clearly see that demand and supply is in control. So uh, what will happen here is price might do something like this, come here, tap into this and drop lower. Okay, we can have something like this. This is actually another re-entry. Let's see. Whatever's happening, I'm not interested till price will try to retrace to my area. Now we are entering into Asia range. I don't really trade Asia range because Asia range, this actually high, the high of the Asia range with the low of the Asia range, both of them are supposed to be liquidity. So I'm not really interested in having any position during the Asia session. I'm just waiting for the Asia session to finish. Let's see what happened on Asia. Wait, uh give it a second. Okay, from this we can clearly see that we actually, the Asia session has closed. I still have this. Okay, I still have this open. This actually is going to be a good trade scenario because uh I take this, I put it here. Okay, my TP is going to be the Asia low now, because Asia low and Asia high are supposed to be liquidity. What market did here is market first look out the high of the Asia, which is the liquidity, tap into the POI, maybe fill some imbalances as well, and now dropping lower. And where it's going to is actually going directly to the Asia low. Go to the Asia low, take the Asia low liquidity before going to any other direction. If we still bullish or we are going bearish or whatever. But I'm just interested into taking my full position from the Asia low. Let's see. Okay, from this area we didn't really react to this POI, but we can clearly see that we did reacted to this one. I didn't even notice. This is how you actually lose, not lose, but you miss some trade, is because you don't choose the right OB. As you are seeing now, I'm just trying to backtest. It's not like I tried this one before. Right now you guys can clearly see that I missed this POI blue. Okay, this might actually be an entry. If someone saw this, he might take the sell based on it, but as I didn't see it and I do have this. Okay, now price actually came and gave me the change of character I'm looking for. You do have some change of character. Okay, as we are having a change of character, then now I can have a re-entry. I'll wait for the price to pull back and try to take my re-entry. The re-entry actually, now I can see that we have two zones. We have this zone, okay, and we have this is a POI blue, and we do have this zone also, this high here. Okay, this one also depend on you. If you want, you can go half risk both, like first entry 0.5, second entry 0.5. Like what happened today, was it this? Yeah, I think it was this actually. What happened is, normally we had two UBs. One UB which we took the sell, but price got us out before tapping into the second UB. It was actually a bit of mistake, because normally what as I should have done is, we had this. Okay, we'll have his first sell based on this. If price get us out, but the first sell is going to be 0.25 and the second sell is going to be 0.25. As one get us out and the other one will play, then the one that will play will for sure recover our losses and everything. But anyway, now let me get back to this. Let's see what happened. This one I will just enter 0.5, 0.5, and let's see. We can see that we came with tab into the first one and we are selling off. And what I can do here is, as I would have entered from this, okay, with the 0.5. I would enter with this with the not 0.5, 0.25. Can enter this with 0.25. The one that entered from this would have made good money out of it from this one. As I told you, you enter and you target the swing low. You can clearly see that market came, tap into the swing low exactly, like took the liquidity of the swing low and directly went higher. You understand? So these are actually the power of Asia range. Now, as this, we are entering here with 0.25, but not only this, we are having this also. Let me just remove this, and okay, we are having this is our change of character. So now maybe I'll go to the 1 minute, if I, or let me check the 2 minute. I don't really like having only one very small candle like this as my OB. This is actually good. This way you can have high RR, but not only this, what always happen or might usually happen is those small candles, they don't really use to get mitigated. So I might of course take this one as my re-entry. If I miss the first one, or even if I took the first one with the 0.5, I might take another one, okay, which is this the re-entry or the confirmation entry. And the TP, I'm going to target a demand zone, which is this one. Okay, this is actually my demand zone. As I'm targeting this, as I said, I don't really put my TP below the demand zone like this or after the demand zone. I put just at the beginning of the demand zone, because if really it is a validated or a good demand zone, then for sure price will just come and weak it before going to the other direction. So my TP is going to be something like this, and the re-entry also is going to be something like this. So this one is a 1 to 5 and the other one is a 1 to 5. So everything is a 1 to 10. And what will happen here, if I entered this one with a 0.25, the second re-entry is going to be 0.5 because now is a confirmation entry. It's not a risk entry again. Now let's see what happened. We can see that price came in, actually price came, tag us in, and now it's trying to drop. This one we might even have another re-entry. Let me try to replay market to this area. Okay, I try to replay market here. Let me go to the 1 minute. I think I can get the valid zone here. This is actually the 1 minute. uh Let me, okay, from this we can see what happened is we do have this demand zone, but price just came and weak it out. As we weak it out, then we have the change of character. Okay, this is a confirmation of a confirmation, or a re-entry of a re-entry, if I can say. So we do have this demand zone. I can actually take only this candle. Okay, but this week also, if you go to the second time frame, you will see that is also a demand zone. So for a safer entry, I'll just take the whole candle. My installer is going to be above, and TP same area. I'm going to target this some sort of demand zone. Just a demand zone. This is actually 1 to 7, this one a 1 to 5, and this one a 1 to 5. So everything is a 1 to 17. And let's see what happened. Let's play. Second entry got triggered. Okay, that's the reason why when you see a break of structure, you don't just go directly to break even, because some people from this area, from this one, sorry, from this, when we type into their selling position and we come here, they will actually be at the 1 to 3, and they see a break of structure. They will say like, okay, now I'm going break even. Meanwhile, their break even is going to be this. So what price do is that once price will come back to mitigate the last OB, this last OB not yet mitigated, and price will come back to it. Price will actually get them out because they are already at break even. But we don't just go break even. We go break even once this candle is already mitigated. If it see this one is mitigated, this one is mitigated, and if there is no reason for the market to pull back to these areas, then you can go break even. This is how you go break even. But you don't just go because we've broke structure or do whatever. Now for this one, let's see what happened. Price played around a bit, and now price is selling down. Let's see. This is actually 1 to 17, and I don't know how many times it took. If you go to the 1 minute, like, you'll have crazy in less than an hour. Let's see what happened. This one actually is 3 hours. If in 3 hours we can have 17 or 17% up, or if you are going 0.5, is still cool, but this one actually is cool. This is how you can backtest, and let's continue. Haven't finished yet. Let's see what will happen. We can clearly see that we are reacting out of this demand zone, which is down here. You can see, right, we are reacting here. Okay, your TP was below. Like, if your TP was here, then your TP will never be hit because price just came, reacted out of the order block, and now it's going to the other direction. And from this area, we can clearly see what's happening is we are having this some sort of change of character. Okay, it's actually my change of character, and not only change of character, I can also have this. I can take this. Okay, yep, this is a POI blue. So from this area, if you are interested, you can take a buy. You can buy to sell because the higher time frame remain, we still bearish story. If you want, you can take a buy to take your TP. Maybe it's going to be a demand zone like this one. It's actually a demand zone. You can have something like this. But for me, I'm not really interested in taking a buy from this because we are bearish. We've been expecting supply since, and this is actually the first demand that is reacting. So I'm not really interested in taking the buy. But let's see what happens. Price pullback. Tap into it. and it did play out, hit TP. Congrats. So you guys can see clearly from this, we tap hit TP. Now we are coming to this demand zone. This is supply zone, sorry. This supply zone is going to be our TP, so that's the reason why I had this one. This one is a 1 to 5 happening how many time? uh happen in 25 minutes. 25 minutes. If you have a 1 to 5, that's fine. 5% up. Let's continue. And we even went higher. If you held your trade, then it's going to be actually 1 to 10. But I wouldn't really have like hold my trade till this, because there's no reason for the market to come here. And remember, if you have your final TP down here, then which means right now you are already out. You see, you can clearly see that market almost got you out, but this one you can see market got you out maybe at break even. Yeah, so you don't have to have your TP below or above a POI. It just have to be at the entry of the POI. When you know that price is going to tap into it, then just put your TP there. And let's continue. From this, I don't know, I might enter from this. This is some sort of demand zone. This might be my entry. The reason why I want to enter from this area is we having this change of character. Okay, this is actually a demand zone that we fail. This is a bus or a change of character. Okay, so I might have a sell, sorry. I might have a sell from this area, and my TP is going to be this. Okay, let's see what happened. Damn, and now we went smash through a stop loss. This is actually a stop loss. Let's continue. From this, if I continue to see, let me try to get to a bit of higher time frame, because this sort of I come here. Okay, this one, this area here might be a demand zone. That is the reason why we just hit stop loss. But on lower time frame, we can't really see. You have to go to higher time frame to really see like you are in a demand zone or supply zone or whatever. And you guys can clearly see that this one is a demand zone. You can see this candle. It was because of this we reacted, and now we went up. And now let's continue. I will try to delete this. Okay, this actually was a loss because we didn't look at the higher time frame. Now I'll try to check this, and we can clearly see that price came back to this. We had this POI left above here. Price came and tapped into it. And now let's go to lower time frame. You can get anything here. For this, would I take a sell? Let's see. We do have I wouldn't really take a sell. I will wait. I'll wait for a change of character. The reason why we are having demand is being respected now. Like from this year, we had demand that is respected, and we are having another demand here that might be respected as well. So for this, I'm going to be very careful. I'm waiting for. Let's see what happens. Okay, we just smashed through this, and this seems we are going bearish now. Let me look at the higher time frame. If you are in any, is there anything that we just tap into it? But let me try to check the higher time frame. If I check the higher time frame, we can clearly see that the thing is getting messy now. But this whole stuff is actually a demand zone. Okay, a supply zone. Sorry, this whole stuff is a supply zone. So what I can do is I'll delete this. I'll get back to M5 and just take as if we are right now in a demand zone. And let me go to lower time frame if I can see any entry. I can even see that we are now going rounded, which seems like buyers are leaving the market and sellers are entering into the market. It's actually my change of character. The reason why I'm saying is you have this, we are getting from bullish and now we are getting bearish. You guys can clearly see we are getting bullish to bearish. So maybe now we are getting, let's replay the market a bit. Okay, we can see now we are breaking structures to the downside. Let me try to go to any time frame to look for confirmation. This 2 minute candle looks good. Actually, this one, okay, I can take my sell based on this. But if I had to take a sell based on this, then I might not only have this, but my stop loss is going to be above this high, those previous high, to avoid some stop losses before going to TP. Now uh my TP, actually my TP is going to be a demand zone. Like we do have a demand zone from this area. Okay, as we have a demand zone from this area, I'm going to target this, which is a 1 to 7, and let's see what happens. We replay. Okay, seems like we didn't tap into it. Okay, let's continue. We didn't tap into it, and now we are going to TP, and we almost hit TP. Let's see what happened. Yeah, we just hit TP without any entry, and this happened. Okay, it happened when you don't have any entry and your trade go hit TP. That's fine, but don't just, some people when they backtest, they try to go to another time frame. You see, like if I were in a 3 minute time frame, we can clearly see that I should have taken this sell, because I will have this. Okay, I will have something like this, and I have this, but they'll say okay, I took this. But normally we can clearly see that I went through, like I was really live chatting, so I will not really take this sell. It was just a missed opportunity. I'll get back to this, put this one, and let's say that I just missed this one. There's no way for me to take this sell. Okay, and now let's continue. Let's see what will happen. Now we are going, we continue. Okay, we can clearly see that we did broke this. We broke this. Okay, this is actually also a demand zone. Ah, okay, let's wait. Okay, but now I will not really take the sell directly. I will wait for this demand zone down here to be invalidated before I can look to sell the market. Well, let's see what will happen. We didn't really invalidate it. Let's see. Now since the market is closed, and we'll have Asia range. Okay, Asia range. As we're having Asia range, I will wait for Asia session to close. Let's wait for Asia session to close. It takes a while. Let's wait for Asia session to, okay. Asia session has closed now. Now let me try to go to the 5 minutes if I can get to see anything. This is actually 5 minutes. Let me try to check. Okay, I might be interested into this 3 minute POI. Okay, this is actually a 3 minute POI, and this 3 minute POI I like it a lot. Is because we actually broke structure to the downside. Which one? This one. Okay, and we do have this Asia high to be taken. Market will come take out the Asia high before dropping lower, as the higher time frame is bearish. And now let's see if price got back or not. Sometimes price pull back to the OB, sometimes price doesn't, and it's normal. Let's see. We're still going down. We're still going down. But from all this, it's because I'm waiting for this setup to be like valid for me to take the trade. But if I really want to trade this whole range, I can still do it. Let me try it for you guys. From this, okay. From this, if I want, I can still do it. As I know this, the Asia low is actually liquidity, so I will not really try to do anything yet. I will wait for the liquidity to be taken. Okay, the liquidity is now taken, and now you might flip like to the upside, which means this demand zone or this supply zone, actually I'm not going to take the sell based on, is because you might just fucked off and try to go to the Asia high. And let's see what happened. We can clearly see that we did broke all this Asia high, but uh, this uh this supply zone, now we have a failed POI. Okay, we have a failed POI, and not only this, we can see we have some sort of trend line liquidity from this area. We have two touches, and maybe we'll have a third touch soon. Let's see. Okay, price match through the liquidity, and let me try to bring this thing less faster. Okay, from this area, if you see well, we did broke this. Okay, we broke this this one. Okay, we broke this. This is actually a boss. Okay, now I can try to sell the market. I can sell from where? I can sell from this candle, this supply zone. You have a PY blue. Okay, now what always happen is when you try to trade those chart pattern, you are having this, you are having this. Okay, chart pattern, those how do we call them, retail traders. Okay, they're having this and they're having the break and retest and like lower. Okay, that's what they are having. They trade this where sometimes small money looks like retail method. Because of this, you are having this trend line. This for them is trend line, but it's not really trend line liquidity because they don't have anything called liquidity into them. So this is what they have: break and retest, and they try to sell lower. And it's the same thing that's happening in SMC, but it's in SMC we are more precise because we know that we are pulling back to a PY, okay, before dropping lower or going higher depending on the direction. So I'm trying to delete this, and we have this. Okay, we do have this as we have this is exactly the break and retest I'm talking about, but this one I'm fucking sure that we are pulling back to a PY. Now let's see. We pull back. Okay, we pull back to this, and now I'm taking the sale based on this supply zone. My TP is going to be this. My TP is going to be this swing low. I can have this swing low as my TP. The case we have a swing low as TP is where when we don't really have any demand or supply zone. If only I had, let's say this one was a demand zone. If I had a demand zone, that's where I'll have this one. Okay. But if you don't have a demand zone, then I can have this. But let's say this one. But for a more safer TP, I'm going to have something like this. And if you want a sniper exit, then you might have something like this. This might be the sniper exit. You can see that market. This is not actually sniper exit because we only went lower. Anyway, now let's continue. We having this. We broke this. Okay, this is actually our boss. As we having a boss, then I can look to sell again and again. I can continue. I can have this, and now let's wait for a retracement to this jam, and we went through stop loss. Okay, no issue. This might be yeah, this might be a stop loss for me. Might be a stop loss for me, but there's a reason where I can say that might not be a stop loss, because normally when you see a momentum like this, huge candle coming to your POI, it's not really possible for price to slow down and try to uh go to your direction. It was a case of stop loss. This one was a 1 to 4 before, and now we took one stop loss, which now from this area we are now at the 1 to 3. And now let's continue. We went down, but we didn't really break the low. Now let's continue. I actually wanted to talk about this area, but the reason why I didn't want it, there's a reason for me to take this trade, and there's a reason for me to not take it also. A reason for me to take this trade is because we are breaking this demand zone. Okay, broke this demand zone, this our boss, and the reason I'm not taking it is because we didn't have a clear boss. Like this one is supposed to be broken as well, but we didn't really break it, and we sometimes somehow created equal lows. Yeah, this might be a reason for me to take it, because if we've created some sort of liquidity from this area, if you're having liquidity here, then what might happen is price will pull back to a PY before dropping to take the liquidity. It might make sense, but let's just say that I didn't take it. And now the area where I can be interested in taking this trade is going to be this. Okay. Now let's see what will happen if price pull back to this or not. Price pullback and now smash stop loss. Now you're having two stop losses from which sell was yeah, actually this sell we are trying to sell from this area, we took stop loss, and now we have another stop loss. But this one might not really be a stop loss. The reason why, it might be a break even, or it might even be okay. Let me try to go to the Let me just stick on the 3 minute. This one I can have this. This might not be a stop loss, might be a break even case. The reason why is I'm having this, okay, I'm entering from this, and we don't really have any momentum to the upside, but we are coming down, and instead of going down, we didn't break this, we just pull back to a OB, and we are trying to react out of. As we are having this, then for sure I'll go to break even, and this one might be a break even scenario, no the stop loss taken. And let's continue. We pull back to this. Is there any valid zone here? I don't really see any valid zone to sell from this one. So this one is going to be a no scenario trade for me. I can't really sell to the downside because I don't really have any reason for me to do so. Okay, now we are dropping down. We do have this break of structure, okay. You're having this break of structure to the downside, okay. As you're having this boss break of structure, what I'm interested in selling, we have an area here. Let me just take this whole range, and we also have this whole range. These two, let's see what will happen. If I want, I can enter with confirmation entry. If I don't want it, then I can enter 0.25, 0.25. And let's see what happens. And if you're having 0.25, 0.25, you won't say that you took two losses, because it might only be one loss because you are going 0.5 hour and 0.5 hour that you are losing. Now let's see. Now it seems like we're gonna have Asia range soon. Asia range, I'm not interested in taking any position, so I'm just waiting for it to finish. Let's see what will happen. As this Asia range, I wouldn't really take this sell from this area. I wouldn't take this sell because we see in the Asia range. And this one as well, I'm not gonna take any sell. I'm just gonna wait and let's see what will happen. Okay, Asia session has finished or closed, but we broke structures to the down. This is actually a significant break of structure to the downside. Okay, we're having break of structures or change of character, okay, and this one might be my selling area, but it's actually Asia high. So if I really want to sell from this area, I will need strong confirmation, or I might enter 0.5 or 0.25 risk. Let's see what will happen. Let's see, we smashed through. Yeah, sure, it was actually because of the Asia session or the Asia high. This might be a trade scenario for me. Even if I have to enter, then it's going to be a half risk entry, not the full risk entry. And this high, we did this. Do you have any area to take the sell from? Some people might take the sell from this area, okay. They might have a high or from this trade, because if I get back to here and I come to the 1 minute, I will for sure get a clear OB to take the sell from. You guys can see we had an OB to sell from this. Okay, I might not I, but some people will sell from this area because I didn't even notice that we had an OB from this area. So this might be sniper sell. But as I didn't see this, I saw the things so down and we broke structure to the downside. Okay. As we having this is now, I will try to realize that yeah, we had an OB. So I'll try to this our change of character. Let me get back to the 2 minute. We have a 2 minute area here to sell from. Okay. We have a 2 minute area to sell from this area. My stop loss might come here, or I might even be this swing high, and let's see what will happen. And my TP is going to be the Asia low, which is this, and is actually 1 to 8. But some people who took from the confirmation from this how can I call it, this sniper entry from the 1 minute entry, then they'll have huge as I'm saying, the Asia manipulation is a strong strategy. You can clearly see they're having a 1 to 20, almost a 1 to 30, yeah, 1 to 26. Meanwhile, if you're entering from this, you can only have less than that. This is actually a, we do have two entries. This one first entry and the second entry, the stop loss is going to be above the swing high. But let's see what happens. Now we are selling down. As I'm saying, stop loss is going to be above the swing high, but even with the swing high, you can see that we came and we hit stop loss. We did hit stop loss with a week, and now we are dropping lower. This actually some scenarios happen. It happened like many times. And not only this, some people, even those who sold from this area, okay, those who sold from this area, when market will come to this one break of structure to the downside, and they'll see this OB, they'll for sure go at break even. So price will get them out at break even. Don't just think like, because when people are backtesting, they don't really think of uh going uh going this thing. Mm, the scenario where they go at break even and price come back to get them out before going to TP. They don't think of it. But this one is a scenario like this. But let's see. Now price might go down. This for sure might be news. You can clearly see news came in. You can even see from this area down, we can see these candles, not candle, those flags. You have news from USD and USD pair and cat cat pair also. Like the index, they have some news here week up. So this one is not something you can prevent. If you want, you can just go at break even. This one might be a break even scenario or a stop loss with a week. But this news might just get people out of their position.